Alright, gonna do some more rallying here. Won the die roll, play first. Hand is fine. Not sure about Night Howler in this deck, but I tend to just sideboard it out every single matchup. Doesn't work particularly well with Rally. So he's looking like a blue-black control deck, most likely. I think we'll just lead on Wayfinder here. See what we find. That's a whiff. That's kind of disappointing. Thoughtseize taking our... should probably be Nyx Weaver. Night Howler. Well, that's a freebie. I think Night Howler, from my perspective, is the worst card in my hand. Ooh, and we draw a Rally. Yeah, so we're gonna Nyx Weaver. If he kills it, whatever. Still, it's annoying, but I have to deal with it. Ping away with our Satyr Wayfarer. Finder. I don't know why I get that screwed up so much. Ashiok. Ashiok is actually pretty bad for our deck. The only good news is we do have 2 communes and a jungle hollow. Well, I don't mind you taking those. The good news is we do have a little bit of pressure on board. Hit to mill 2. Ooh, Seizure Rhino. Alright. So we're going to send both the Ashiok. And I think we're just going to commune. Get a Gray Merchant, mill 4 lands, hooray. And play a Jungle Hollow. He keeps going to work with Ashiok. This time he gets a Gray Merchant and a Caryatid. Scryland. Mill 2 with Nyx Weaver. Get a Caryatid. Swing them both in at Ashiok. I think we're going to pass the turn here. If he goes with Crux or something, we can use our Nyx Weaver. There's also some appeal to just rallying back to 2 Wayfinders. That's a little sketchy since he's already been hit 9 cards with Ashiok. The graveyard does become a resource in these games. Cool thing about Rally is it's an instant, so you can have 0 cards in your library and cast it on your upkeep and win off of your triggers. Well, I guess I shouldn't have been so concerned about Crux. Mill 2. Temple of Silence isn't bad. Send these both at Ashiok. He's gonna Hero's Downfall our Wayfinder. Okay. I guess that means we just got a Siege Rhino. Play Scryland. Courser. We'll leave it on top. If he wants to exile that, that's fine. Crux is still pretty bad for us. Dragon Lord Ojitai. So we mill to Sandstep Citadel. Well, we're certainly swinging this at Ashiok. Ashiok down. Huh. I think we're going to play Caryatid. Play Sandstep Citadel. With the plan being to block in Nyx Weaver. And I think we'll Nyx Weaver back. Abzan Charm gives us a way of potentially killing his dragon. Rally also just means he can never tap out. I think we're just going to take Rally. Ships the turn, Sidisi. Alright. So we're going to attack with our Siege Rhino. I think we'll just ship the turn. I'm going to try to rally here. Try to rally for 5. Which gets dissolved. Good news is we still have the second rally, which he doesn't know about. He gets to activate Ojitai. He is going to have to deal with Siege Rhino, or it will kill him. Passes turn. Well, we'll attack with Siege Rhino. I think we're just going to play another Siege Rhino here. Another dissolve. He gets in with Ojitai. He is going to have to do something eventually. I mean, you can't just let me kill him with Siege Rhino. Yeah, I think we'll pass. Dig through time. It'd be nice if you got greedy and tried to Hero's Downfall or something. Crux of Fate would also be acceptable. He's gonna keep attacking. Crucible. Alrighty. Well, I guess we go for the rally. Make him spend his mana. There's the score. Now he has to take Grey Merchant and have a removal spell for Sidisi, just to stay alive. Or for Siege Rhino. Oh, Ojitai, okay. Well then. I guess one way to beat the dragon deck is have your opponent play multiple Dragon Lord Ojutais. Well then, guess we won't complain. Here we want all of our Duresses. And Murderous Cut might not be horrible. We'll see. Get rid of a Crux. Merciless Executioner is actually sweet. Get rid of that. Alright, game 2. Not a ton of action, no creatures at all, but double duress is pretty sweet against him. Will not complain about that. And just start on a Citadel. He gets an island. And a Scryland, alright. Well, I'm pretty confident our first duress is going to resolve. Another Jungle Hollow. So duress you. Hero's Downfall, Thoughtseize, and lands. Well, we will definitely take the Thoughtseize here. We would like to resolve that whip. If we get that down, it's hard for him to deal with. Gray Merchant. Well, I guess we just play tap land. I think we're going to wait another turn before duressing. Maybe even 2 turns. So he passes. Blossoming Sands. Well, I think we got a duress here. Our whole goal here is just to try to resolve our whip. So if he counters our duress, that's fine. That's a counter out of his hand. Oh, he's going to dig in response? Okay. So I guess he's digging for creatures? I mean, if he just has lands, Hero's Downfall, and dig, he might as well cast it, but I guess he could also get double counterspell with dig, which would kind of shut down our whip plan. Certainly wouldn't mind drawing some actual action. Like creatures, ways to fill our graveyard, and the like. What's he got? Pro Lake Ancient, Hero's Downfall, and dig. Oh, we'll definitely take the dig. Play another Jungle Hollow. Now we just cross our fingers that he doesn't draw a counterspell this exact turn. We're drawing all our graveyard interactions, but none of our ways to fill our graveyard. Well, whip resolve. That's sweet. So we get to, I guess, play Gray Merchant next turn. What an awkward hand. Well, I guess he can take the Gray Merchant, but whatever. Then we just whip it back instead of casting it. And that is what he does. Get some white mana, another scry. So he is going to get a Pro Lake Ancient down next turn. Jeez, I think we're actually just gonna cast Sidisi here. And sack it to himself. Oh, he's going to Hero's Downfall in response. Sure. That is also fine. I honestly was just going to go for a Wayfinder anyway, to try to get some cards in our graveyard. Oh, that's pretty sweet against Pearl Lake Ancient. This is a nice tricky play. I think we are going to... Oh, it doesn't work anyway. I think we're just going to whip back Sidisi. Sack Sidisi. And get a Wayfinder. And cast a Wayfinder. Just really need to get our graveyard train moving. Get a Scryland, Den Protector, and Wayfinder. Not bad. Keeps the whip chain going. And get a Scry out of the deal. I don't think we need a forest now. We can 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can whip something back and play Merciless Executioner. Or rally for 5, which is as much as you ever want to rally for. Pearl Lake isn't that exciting. Doesn't have trample. We can chump that with Wayfinders all day. We actually would rather have our Wayfinder in the graveyard anyway. Scryland. So I think we're just going to play an Executioner. So he's going to pick up his Pearl Lake. Yep, going to pick up the Pearl Lake. Okay. So we're going to sack the Executioner. Gonna pass. If he replays it, then we just whip back. No, he didn't do it. Okay, that's fine. He didn't whip back the Execution, or didn't replay the Pearl Lake Ancient. That's why we didn't whip pre-combat. We wanted to see if he'd use his mana to replay it. Now we'll just whip back a Wayfinder. Keep filling the graveyard. And pass back. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Scryland, certainly. So here, I guess we just whip back another Wayfinder. Get a Temple, mill some more good stuff. Nyx Weaver is nice. We'll get in for 1. Play our Scryland. I guess we'll keep Commune on top, might as well. Keep filling that graveyard. So our upcoming turn, we can whip back Nyx Weaver, swing Thoughtseize, yep. I mean, unless he can kill the whip, we don't really care what he Thoughtseizes. So now I think we're going to whip back the Nyx Weaver. Yeah. Whip back Nyx Weaver. Swing with Nyx Weaver. And then sack our Nyx Weaver to get back a Duress. And cast the Duress. If he wants to counter our Duress, that is fine. Yep. We still traded Duress for a counter spell. Place Ansep Citadel and ship the turn. So we can. Grey Merchant does 4. Those 2 Executioners in the graveyard combined with the Whip actually make it pretty difficult for him to play creatures. Oh, Murderous Cut's also sweet. But I think here we're just going to whip back another Wayfinder. I think we're going to whip back Wayfinder. Get a land. There we go. Another Grey Merchant, another Wayfinder. Still haven't hit a Siege Rhino. Swing with Wayfinder. And then I think we'll commune with the gods. Jeez, there's the Siege Rhinos. Yeah, I think we just take Siege Rhino. This way we can cast a Siege Rhino and still leave up Murderous Cut if he casts his Pearl Lake. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. He might just scoop to this Murderous Cut, actually. There it is. Murderous Cut. Just exile lands and a couple of Duresses, I guess, or Wayfinder's fine, or Caryatid's fine as well. It's not something we really want to whip back. If he wants to pick up 3 lands, sure, that slows him down again. Well, he lets it go. Well, I'm not sure how he gets out of this unless he has some sideboard card to kill Whip that I am not expecting. Yep, sweet. Well, Esper Dragons down. I mean, we legitimately beat him that second game, straight up with our Duresses out of the sideboard and our Whip of Erebos. First game, we did get a little fortunate, but we still could have won that game. Like, he apparently dug and didn't find a removal spell, because there was no reason for him to try to play in Dragonlord Ojutai a chump blocker if he could have killed our Siege Rhino. So we very well could have won that game, even if he hadn't legend ruled himself with the Ojutais. Anyway, yeah, be back for more in a bit.